St. Anne family of 5 sentenced for the murder of a mentally ill man. Velma Dean, the 65-year-old woman who, along with her husband and 3 adult sons, stoned then chopped a mentally ill man to death in St. Anne, have been sentenced to life in prison.
Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them!
High Court Judge Justice Carol Lawrence Beswick, who handed down the sentence, ordered that Velma Dean must serve 30 years before being eligible for parole. Her husband, Joseph Dean, 69, was also sentenced to life in prison and must serve 25 years before he becomes eligible for parole. 2 of their children, Dwight, 38, and Richard, 44, were sentenced to 20 years in prison and will become eligible for parole after serving 12 years. Their sibling, Jermaine Dean, 29, was sentenced to 15 years in prison and must serve 10 years before he is eligible for parole. Before passing a sentence, Lawrence Beswick slammed both Velma Dean and her husband. "You appeared to have played a major role," she told Velma Dean, who wept throughout the sentencing hearing. "I know he, the victim, was considered a nuisance in the community, but he had a right to life," she added. Addressing Joseph Dean, the judge told him he should have led his children in the right way, but you guided them down the wrong path, she chided the 69-year-old. The 5 were convicted last December for killing 29-year-old Stanley McLean in Coltart Grove, St. Anne on July 6, 2007. McLean's frail elderly father, Audley, testified that he saw Velma Dean directing 2 of her children to stone the house where his son was hiding. He said Dean and her children later gained entry to the house and he watched as Velma Dean stood over his son and chopped him repeatedly. Audley McLean said a rope was tied to his son's feet and he was dragged out into the streets where Velma Dean again began to chop him.
You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel.
So peeps, just a little bit of perspective. This family of 5 from Claremont in St. Anne who has been sentenced to life in prison would have been sentenced in relation to the murder of Stanley McLean, who was killed on July 6, 2007 in the community when it is alleged that he stole a piece of electrical cord from a property belonging to the Deans. He was stoned in a building that he was found, chopped, then tied up and dragged in the street and chopped some more, and they would have been charged for the murder and convicted in December 2017 and sentenced recently. So they would have lost their freedom over somebody allegedly stealing a piece of electrical cord. The mother, who is 65, and the father, who is 69, they will probably die in prison more than likely. And 2 of the sons, one is 38 and one is 44, they will be very old men when they are eligible for parole and eventually probably being freed. So I mean, was it worth it? A man who is believed to be mentally ill stealing a piece of electrical cord? Yes, stealing is stealing, you understand, but 5 members of a family chopped and stoned and tied up and dragged this man into the street and chopped him again. I mean, it can't make no sense. You understand me? I say, peeps, I'm gone.
Like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button. Hey yo, we always up to something.
This video was made possible through the continued generosity of my patrons. To become a patron, follow the link in the description below.
Teach them! Hey yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them, right here, Warlord representing.
Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment below. Remember to like and share the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. Follow me on social media and check out the suggested videos on screen. This is Teach saying, until next time, walk good, my friends.